Hey all you bros and headshot pros, welcome back to the channel, and we're gonna be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. This is episode 2, so if you guys haven't seen episode 1, please scroll back to that video now. We last left off with blank poems. Okay, now this is done. We have Yuri and Monica. I'm going to be showing my poem next to Yuri, because why not? But, like last time I gave her a Russian accent, and I'm going to be speaking in a quite Russian accent. So, if you guys can appreciate that, please do. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Please find another video. I'm speaking quietly because it is 7 in the morning and my stepmom is awake in the other room, so if she comes in here, it's all over for us. This stream has to end. But, also, my brother Coiled Amoeba is in the next room over, so this is why I'm speaking so deep and gruff. Show my poem to Yuri. What? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh? Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. Really, I didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It may take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Like last time, it's gonna be a beautiful blank poem. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club. Or isn't this supposed to be a literature club? That doesn't work. I figured out if I right-click, this happens. Yeah, the words are scrambled. I can't even see them. It's just a blank piece of paper. I'm sorry, Yuri. Your poem, you're beautiful. Your poem probably is, but I can't read it. I got a bug in the file that I downloaded. I got it off of the dev site, so I really couldn't figure it out. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah! Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. If not short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Headshot. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you would think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. Hey Headshot, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow for now, until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Headshot. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Headshot. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So, take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable in doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Are you fucking kidding me? Only the first half of the page loads? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my fucking god, kill myself. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Okay, this is just a bit creepy, Monica. I mean, I get that you're trying to impress me and all, but this is pretty creepy. This is like you are halfway obsessed with me, or headshot, whatever it is. But yeah. So what did you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but it's because it's coming on kinda strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. That's actually true with a fine point pen. Ballpoint pens, I'm not too sure about. So, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Radio broadcast over. Okay. Save. Oh shit, I didn't save. Yes, I want to overwrite the save. Escape back. Okay, here we go. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. You fucking think I had to read empty poems, you dumbass? You got to read the full poem. I got to read empty ones. You little hiding shit. greedy little shit. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? Do you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice after all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Headshot did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Oh god, I missed some of it. Which I haven't yet. And Headshot liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Headshot appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh, and how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Headshot started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... Fuck, I can't do this. I'll just do Yuri's voice. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Headshot. She's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Headshot. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's only the way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Headshot? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's gonna be Natsuki, Yuri, or help me, Sayori. Oh, wow. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Yuri, because, I mean, she seems more involved about it, I guess. Natsuki, You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't have to pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's not so secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened and you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands, where she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe that I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone ever could. I don't think any less of you. Oh, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Headshot. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. The one thing Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Yeah, well, I would say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Headshot, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Oh god, I'm yawning. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Headshot, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Headshot, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun! looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Oh, fucking hell. Again? Okay, heartbeat. Daydream. Oh god. Electricity. Promise. Melancholy. Fireflies. Effulgent, tenacious, treasure. Okay. Oh god, I hope that works. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Headshot! So, yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in the mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the classroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned conveniently to forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves me one option. I give up. Don't make me feel so guilty. Even if you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't even notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Headshot to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, oh god. Fuck. I fucked up. Russian accent missed. Oh god. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Oh god. Oh, my hat. Oh, I'm fucking with my headset too much. And frankly, after pulling some mischievous little son like that, your suffering is a fair rehabilitation. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could even think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. Retribution. That. So, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there is a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come even if it were for the cupcakes? So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh? Phew! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles out onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes one big bite. So good. Oh god. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Why do I find that funny? That's like something that you would see in an actual cartoon. Oh, I bumped my mic. I'm sorry, guys. Hey! Did you just seriously do that? Mouthful Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's not true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kinda lost track of time. I'm being so loud. Well, that makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it. Oh god, I skipped it. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monica. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Why do I keep missing the accent? I don't really. I just kinda started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Headshot. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, did I miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow's already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back into her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, then our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. God, it is snowing so badly outside. We have about like 3 inches on the ground. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'm calling it Yuri has a crush. Yuri has a crush on the character that I'm playing as, or Headshot. Okay, Norwich Tech kids. Oi. Tech kids, you gotta love them. I'll definitely start reading soon. I'm glad to hear. Oh god, wasn't me. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. It's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. God, why? Russian accent. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Illuminati book! Memes. Sorry, I've been watching too many of those. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. Hold on. God. Oh god, you guys caught that on... Oh, I thought I muted my mic. Sorry guys. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. I actually like books with dark turns. I've been reading the first book out of a trilogy. It's called Morpheus Road. The first book is called The Light. I suggest that you guys read it. It's by DJ McCall, yeah. I'm an idiot. Just give me a second. Very recent. Gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Headshot? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think that you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Oh god. God, why am I sick? The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, you might as well get started at reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, you just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Alright guys, just a quick timeout for the autosave here, but oh god. I wanted to save. Alright, but like I was saying, Yuri seems like she's got a minute crush at me. Oh god, it's auto rating. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's, then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kinda difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I can turn a page. And Yuri slides it under the thumb after it. Slides her thumb after it flips to her side. That's actually nice pixel, like nice drawing art, and like I think that this was all digitally animated, but I mean it's actually really nice. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry, I think I got a little distracted for a second. I glanced at Yuri's face again, and our eyes almost met. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Okay. I'm tired of reading already. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it with my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she... Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses a lot of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid that she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but headshot. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Ugh, it's so embarrassing that you would think that. Wait, I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant that it's more kind of cute. What did you think all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time that we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we should wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is it alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer that I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Alright guys, this is the last part that I'm going to be doing for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please by all means hit the like button, punch it in the balls, I don't care. Smash the subscribe button, show that you really like some support, or that you really like to show some support for me. Let me know what you thought in the comments below this video. I understand that I messed up quite a bit. I still have a couple of bugs, so I have empty poems and everything. So once I get ready working steady internet again, I'll just download it from Steam instead of the developer website, because from the developer website I'm just missing a couple of pages. I'm missing a couple of scripts written in this. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Please, I don't know how to say this, but these last couple of years, it's been over 3 years since I've started this channel. I'd like to thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. I mean, this extended ending is taking up a lot of our time, but I really just want to thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.